There's nothing to compare with producing something by hand. And I'm sure it comes through. Professional full-time ships carvers, I don't know of any others in this country other than me. My name's Andy Peters. I'm a Ships Figurehead carver. It's what I love doing. It's not something that's sitting on a sideboard, it's actually going on a functional object. So the combination of those two, I think, is paramount to why I like my job. Yeah, it's my life, really. In some ways, the Cutty Sark, you could say, started it all off, going there as a young sea scout and just being totally enthralled with tall ships ever since. It's got to be one of the most famous ships in the world. It's just a wonderful thing to be part of. The project came about because the figurehead that's on the Cutty Sark now was made in the 50s, so it's getting quite old, it's showing signs of rot. And they have found a drawing which was made by the man that designed the Cutty Sark back in the 1860s, which shows a quite different figurehead. The original figure was by a chap called Hellier. Anybody can carve a figure, but to get it to fit a ship, take in the elements of it being practical on a ship, you can see how they achieved shapes in the quickest, most efficient way. I like to take it a bit further than that. There's a bit more detail, a bit more flow to it. The subject matter is a witch who was seen by this chap. She's chasing after him on a horse, so she's quite angry, but she's also beautiful, so you've got to try and get that balance and strength of her going forward, so all of that's got to come through in the figure. You have to bear in mind that it's not the figure that the designer intended that's on there. In carving, you're reducing, so you only get one take at these things. You need a pretty clear image of what you want to achieve. You can overwork things, you have to know when to stop. The pine I've chosen is redwood pine from the north of Sweden. It's a very warm, tactile material. Particularly pine, you cut into it and you get that smell. You can choose the grain to go where you want. There's endless possibilities, and it's always new, it's always different. For me, it's the initial character of the figure. Once you've got that right, then the body follows on. When you feel that there's no interference between the image that's in your head and how it comes before you. No thoughts, no ideas, just being there and watching this shape emerge. And when there's that sort of clean connection and you feel that, wow, where did that come from? That's when the work is, I would say, good. A success for me would be that I've captured something of the spirit of the time of the ship. It's got to be alive and bright and have life to it. This is going to be seen by people from all over the world, so all our eyes will be upon it. Hopefully the public will accept it, that it's not the figure they're used to, then that would obviously be a success beyond me.